morning and welcome to day 8, I believe it is, of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 6. And it's a wee bit breezy. I might need to move just directly, so I'm sorry if sorry if there's any wind on the microphone. I'll try and keep you out of the wind. Yes, day 8, can you believe that? Day 8! And I'm still here on the boat, on the Broads, nowhere near Wroxham. This is when the advantages of an extended adventure actually starts kicking in. It feels a wee bit surreal if I'm honest. Although if I'm also honest, I think I've gone so OTT with all the good food and the beer. I might be needing a few a few days to just chill and relax for a bit and not be eating so much good food. Oh, which reminds me, I was talking about Matty C's last night, and it really is good. It really is good. But I think, now I know it was like a collaboration between the King's Head pub and the guy that sort of leased out the kitchen in the King's Head pub. But one thing I don't think I mentioned was that it is part of the King's Head pub, so you actually have to go to the King's Head pub in order to have like your burger there. But the King's Head pub might not be everybody's cup of tea, you know. I won't say it's a rough pub. It's not really a rough pub, but it's a pub, you know. It's maybe not what you might be expecting from other sort of publican establishments on the Broads where you eat, you know. It's very much a sort of a drinker's pub, you know. They've got the music going, it's quite bouncy, and you know, I mean, it's probably good for a good night out. But if you're thinking of going to the just put this down. If you're thinking of going to the you know, if you're thinking it's going to be something like the Bridge Inn, you know, or the Surlingham Ferry, you know, or even the new inn at Reedham, you know. If you're thinking it's going to be something like that, it's really not, you know. Try thinking instead of nipping into your local, where you'd go for a few beers and socialise on a Friday or Saturday night or whatever. You know, I don't really do that, but it's that type of pub, you know, and the burger place is just like sort of in it. So if you're not really a fan of sort of the type of standard atmosphere you get in sort of pubs, you know, proper pubs if you like, you might not like the King's Head, you know. Yeah, I mean, I did actually say once that I think it was the last time I came down here, I went into the King's Head to try it, walked in, music, big screen TV with football on it, and I just walked out. You know, that's not really my cup of tea. And I almost didn't try Matty C's because I went in and it's like, it's still the same pub, it's still that same sort of atmosphere, you know. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the King's Head, nothing wrong with it at all. You know, I had a pint of a pale ale. I can't remember offhand what it was, and the beer was good. You know, the staff are very chatty, you know, but it's just not my sort of standard place where I would go to for you know, a drink, or you know. So I almost didn't go to Matty C's because that type of pub is not really something that I frequent. But yeah. So I didn't actually mention that yesterday. So maybe I'm mentioning it now, is that if you go to the King's Head thinking it's going to be like the Surlingham, the Reedham, Acle, you know, pretty much a vast majority of the pubs on the Broads, it's not going to be like that, you know, because it is very much a more sort of a sociable sort of bouncy type of, you know, meeting place. It's essentially the local, if you like. That's how I'll just that's how I'll just go. It's the local of the village. Okay, so everybody tends to go there. Everybody will probably know everybody else, and on a Friday and Saturday night, that will be the place to go for, you know, everybody to sort of meet up with everybody, you know, which is good if you're into that sort of thing. It'll be a great wee place. I'm quite sure on a Saturday night that place is vibrant and alive, you know. But if all you just want is a quiet meal, you know, you're not going to get it there. Okay, so point of order, that's something that I did not mention yesterday. I was kind of running on a sort of a burger infused high at the time, you know. My guts were killing. Oh man, I'll tell you this, I waddled off this boat into there, and I just flopped down, and I was pretty much flat out for the rest of the evening. You know, it was a really good burger. And because I've been here as well for just getting my coffee, because I've been here for about a week now, I'm not used to eating quite so much, quite so regularly for quite so long. You know, it's yeah. So I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to go, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to end up eating out tonight, because I think I could maybe do with a wee bit of a rest from sampling all the delights, you know. The body's in some sort of toxic shock, I think, this morning. Where's all this fat coming from? I'm not used to it, you know. Oh, too much alcohol, too much alcohol. So yeah, not quite used to eating quite so much or drinking quite so much. I can do about a week or at least 5 days, and then I start suffering. I'm on day 8 and I've still got another, what, 4 days, 5 days to go. I don't think I'm going to make it, so I'm sorry if the gourmet food reviews sort of stop for a bit. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see where we end up, because you know what I'm like. You know, I say that. I said that last night and ended up going out and having bloody Matty C's. I was supposed to be eating on board last night, but anyway, where are we? Well, we're at Loddon. The weather has changed a bit, as you can probably see, on even tell on the microphone. There's a bit of a breeze blowing, which is unfortunate. It's not heavy, it's just a wee sort of light breeze. The clouds are over, so no lovely glorious sunshine this morning, but it's not cold. It's not cold at all. It's still actually quite mild, and it might actually still be a lovely wee cruise up the road, up the river. And cruise we will today, you know, because today is the day we are heading back north across Breydon Water. So I'm just waiting for the appropriate times. I've kind of worked it out last night. I think I've timed it well, but hopefully we'll get a nice wee push up the river. Shet up the River yeah. Hopefully by the time we get across Breydon Water, it'll be what is known as slack water, so it's neither coming nor going, it's just sitting there. So I'm not actually working against it. I'm not getting helped, but I'm not working against the current. And then I can turn at the yellow post at the bridges and hopefully shortly after I've done that, if not just before I've done that, the tide will start turning, coming in, and I'll get a nice wee push all the way up the Bure with the tide. That would be lovely. But yeah, so that's the plan for the day. I'm not sure, I've no idea where I'm going to go once I'm back north. All I know is that it's time to head north and spend the last few days in the Northern Broads. So I'll just kind of, you know what I'm like, I just sort of tie off the ropes and say, today's the day we go. So I'm just going to sort of head on out. I know I'm crossing into the north, and I've got plenty of time to sort of figure out where I'm actually going to spend my final, well, my evening tonight. I've got one or two ideas, so yeah. Anyway, I am going to go and finish my coffee and get another one on the go, because I'm needing quite a few coffees this morning, and get myself all ready, get myself organised, and then yeah, we'll head on out. So this is it. Let's get the day 8 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 6 started. As always, I'll keep you updated on the events of the day. It's going to be quite a mammoth cruise, so it'll feel good after all the short cruises we have been having. So yes, as always, I'll keep you informed. So until later, bye for now. Cheers! It's 3 hours to Breydon Water. I've got a full tank of water, half a tank of gas, it's cloudy, and I'm wearing sunglasses. Hit it!
Waking up at 12 in my clothes again, feel my head explode from a night of gin. Another night out late. I don't wanna drink, don't wanna be a clown. Gotta get my feet back on the ground.
I'm on my way. I have left Loddon and just gone past the three moorings back there, and I am now officially on the river shed, heading back up the river to Breydon Water. It's I suppose it was going to happen at some point. The good weather is obviously not hanging around today, unfortunately. It looks like we've got a wee bit of the old cloudy stuff coming over. The sun is trying to break through occasionally, and it feels quite warm in that sun. It's not necessarily a cold day, but after the last few days we've had, you're definitely feeling the coolness of the air. But yes, it looks like it's going to be a lovely dry, that's the main thing, as long as it stays dry, you know, cruise back up the river. And I've got to say, I mean, Loddon is a really nice place to stay. It really is. It did get a bit busy, as expected. A few boats went out, a few boats came in, so yeah, you kind of take your chance. But like I say, I mean, if you don't get in at the main stave at the bottom, there are some free moorings further up. You know, it just means a slightly longer walk into Loddon. I didn't unfortunately get to Rosie Lee's tea room yesterday, just while I'm saying that, because I said I was going to go away there for a wee spot of lunch, but Rosie Lee's tea room is very, very small. You know what I mean? It's like a tiny, tiny wee place, and it's directly opposite the car park by the stave. But because it's so small and because it's so popular, it was just too busy, basically. Now, busy is a relative term. When I say that, they've only got like 6 tables or something like that, so it was full with 6 tables. But you had people constantly going in and out and in and out, and yeah, very, very good wee place. I've only had lunch there once, and I did toy with the idea of nipping in there for a breakfast this morning. I thought that would have been quite cool, but never mind. So yeah, I didn't get to Rosie Lee's on this trip, which was a bit of a shame, but I'll maybe next time I'm down make a concerted effort to actually hang around, just sort of, I want a table, and see if I can eventually get a table in there and go and enjoy a little wee lunch. But yeah, so that was a bit unfortunate that I didn't get into Rosie Lee's, but like I say, that burger place in the King's Head, that was something else. And I also meant to say, just saying that actually, is that they also do takeaways. So if you fancy the burger but are not really up for sitting in the King's Head, you know, they'll quite happily, you know, you can take it all the way, you know, with you and back to the boat. They're also, I was speaking to the guy that does the burger. I don't know if his name is Matt or whatever, but I think it was it Steve? Steve, I think his name was. Anyway, or Matt, maybe Matt. But not much difference, is there? Steve, Matt, Steve. But yes, I was talking to him, and I was just telling him, you know, how great it was. He was telling me, you know, how it all came about and what their plans are. They're obviously starting doing takeaways, but what else they're sort of, it's not set up yet, okay? They're just looking at it, and they'll probably do a bit of a trial run, maybe sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, sort of, you know, sort of a weekend thing. Is they're thinking about doing home deliveries, or deliveries I should say, and they said they would happily deliver to boats on the stave, yeah, so all you would need to do is just sort of phone up and just tell them what you're on, and no problem, down they come. Like I say, they're not doing that at the moment. They're sort of investigating it, and because the meals are so cheap, they kind of might require a minimum delivery charge, you know, something like £10 or £15 or something like that, you know. So basically £2. So if you've got a couple of burgers, there you go. But like I say, they're not doing that at the moment. But they are investigating the possibility of getting a guy in to do the deliveries during. I think it'll probably just be weekends. I don't think it'll pay for them to do it like 24/7 or 7 days a week, I should say. But that would be quite good. That would actually be quite good. Yes, and what you can also do is you just phone up. You basically just phone the King's Head, you know, and you can get that on Google, you know, find out the number and what have you. You phone the King's Head and you can order a meal, you know, and they'll have it ready for you coming in. You know, I mean, if you just want to sort of take it away, order on the boat, say, right, okay, I'll be up in 5 minutes, you know, take a wee wander up, and probably by the time you get there, roundabout, it'll be pretty much ready. And then you just take it away and back to the boat, and there you go. No hanging around whatsoever, not tempted by the beer. But which is another good wee thing, you know. So if you like the idea of the burger, but the King's Head is not really your establishment to frequent, you know, it's like say you just make a phone call, go and visit, pick it up and just back to the boat or out to one of the wee parks and just get stuck in. So yeah, I really wish them the best of luck for this endeavour. It's something, it's not really been tried as such before that I'm aware of. I think it's something new, and I think it's actually quite a good idea, you know. A lot of the pubs obviously run their own kitchens, you know, and their own staff, and then they're all about sort of the customer experience, if you like, you know, of visiting their establishment. So you get, you know, you get nice surroundings, and you get sort of an almost sort of restaurant-like experience. But unfortunately, because when you do that, you obviously incur larger overheads, and therefore you then get sorry, just turning off the bow thrusters. And you obviously get they also obviously incur larger overheads with that experience, hence the prices are more. This is definitely more sort of a more down-to-earth collaboration, you know. You're going to a proper pub, and the food might not, I mean, it looked very nice, you know, on the plate, but there's nothing too fancy, you know, and there's nothing fancily worded about it, you know, either. All it is you're going in and you're buying, you're getting chips, coleslaw, and whatever goddamn sized burger you want, you know, and it's a proper, well-cooked, well-made, huge burger, you know. So I mean, basically burger, chips and a pint, you know. But because of the collaboration with the guy, because he tends to run burger vans, you know, and don't let that put you off the fact that he runs burger vans, because honestly, okay, it's far more, the burger you get is far more than a burger van burger. Trust me on this, you just have to trust me on this, okay? Right? It really is far bigger, and just it's just brilliant, you know. So yeah, but because you're not really doing a sort of you're not focused on maybe the customer experience. You're focused on the prime ingredient of the dinner which you're getting, which is the burger, and all the fillings in the burger, you know. And there's a mass of fillings, by the way, and you look at it and think, some of those are just a little, what the hell is that, you know, how does that work, you know. I mean, there was one burger there, it was called the Gut Buster. I am so glad I did not have that, by the way, because not only did you get a massive thick burger like that, you know, and bacon and cheese and salad and whatever else was on this burger, you also had half a bloody chicken, half a chicken, you know, and a burger, you know, and all your other condiments on the burger, and still had your chips and your coleslaw, you know. I was like, my God, and that was only, I think that was, what was that, about £10 or something like that for some, I mean, it must have been, it must have been like that, you know. So yeah, I'm really glad I didn't have that one. I couldn't have eaten that. It would have just broken me having something like that. So yeah. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, because they're focusing on the burger, you know. The overheads are quite low. I mean, the guy is essentially just sort of leasing or renting or whatever the kitchen, you know, and he's just getting on. It's almost like a business within a business, you know, and he's not stuck around, you know, while you know, stuck in the kitchen, you know, while the staff take the order, well, you order at the bar, you know. If he's not cooking, he can be found quite happily just sort of wandering about, making sure, I mean, himself, you know, he cooks a burger and he's usually out front, you know, as well, you know, just sort of making sure, I mean, he brings it to you, you know, he takes your plate away, you know. The staff don't really have anything to do with the burger, you know, the meal whatsoever, you know. So, I mean, you're not hiring any extra staff, you know, in the pub, you know, and I think because it's a bit of an odd sensation, a bit of a weird setup, when you're used to things like, you know, the New Inn at Reedham and the Lord Nelson and the Acle Bridge Inn, you know, and all those other places, you know. But because they do it that way, the overheads are low and they can do it cheap. I mean, honestly, a burger and a pint, Paul, for that, you know, for less than £11. You know, I mean, the burger itself was only like £7, you know. It was like, bloody hell. Anyway, I'm babbling too much, as per usual. Lovely cruise up the river, yeah, so if you do get a chance to go try Matty C's and you're in the mood for a burger, because that's basically all it is, it's just burgers. I think they do hot dogs as well on the back page, but I didn't try the hot dog. But if you're in the mood for something like something, you know, just a good burger with no frills, you know, maybe a pint or maybe just to eat back on board, try Matty C's, okay? You won't be disappointed with the burger that you get, okay? Trust me on this. Anyway, I'm going to go for now and continue to enjoy my sedate cruise up the River Shet, and as always, I'll keep you informed of the events as they go. So until later, bye for now. Cheers! Oh, that's slightly disappointing, isn't it? I was coming up the River Shet there, loving the all the foliage and the scenery and all the trees. You know, it was making, despite the fact that it was a bit cloudy, it was making some lovely sort of images, you know, as I was going up there. And I thought, you know, I'm really glad I turned the GoPro on to record my passage up the River Shet. Yeah, and then after maybe about half an hour or something like that, you know, massive like footage, I thought, you know, I think it's time, you know, the trees have sort of stopped and we're just getting a lot of the reeds and grass and everything like that, so it's not quite as pretty. I'll stop the GoPro. Yeah, and only to find out that the SD card is now full. Which means I have no idea just how much of that lovely pretty river footage I got coming up the river. I obviously didn't hear it beep, or maybe I did hear it beep and I thought it was the bow thrusters beeping at me to tell me to turn them off, because remember I said that about I'm just turning the bow thrusters off. I heard a wee beep and I thought, well, maybe that's them, you know, because I haven't turned them off. And it might have been the GoPro. So basically I've probably got what, 5 minutes or something just leaving, and just as I'm getting to the pretty stuff, the memory cards obviously run out, if that's the beep I heard. So yeah, no pretty stuff coming up from the River Shet, which is like very sad face indeed. But I've messed around. Maybe not the easiest thing to do when you're by yourself, you know, and you've got a sailing boat coming up that's been following you up the river, on the River Shet, that's twisty and narrow, with not a lot of room, to try and change over memory cards, and since I'm in the guts of it, change batteries and put batteries on charge and stick the GoPro back up. And yeah, maybe not the easiest. But I did it, and I did it safely, and I didn't hit anything, you know. It was just yeah. So yeah, I have got some footage at the top end of the River Shet, but it's not as pretty as it was in the bottom end of the River Shet. But hopefully you saw some pretty stuff yesterday on the way down the River Shets. But yeah, everything's going fine though. I'm just approaching just now, actually, I'm just coming to the end of it, where I will leave the River Shet, turn right onto the River Yare and continue my passage. It's definitely a bit of a chillier day today, you know. I mean, it's probably just because, you know, I was so used to the really lovely, gorgeous weather, you know, but it's cloudy, it's overcast. The breeze is picking up into a stiff breeze, I'll call it. So it's definitely a bit windier than it has been the last few days as well, and that's obviously the wind chill, you know. I'm sitting here in shorts and a t-shirt thinking, oh, this is going to be another great day, you know. And I'm thinking, I really want to jump it on now. You know. But that's just because I've been used to all the lovely weather. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's not supposed to rain or anything like that, but I think it's definitely going to be a bit cooler. And because it's been so nice, I'm going to feel it a lot cooler as well. So yeah, still not to worry. Still loving the day, enjoying the morning cruise, and hopefully I've actually timed the passage correctly as well this time, which is a bit disconcerting, the fact that I've done it correctly on Thursday and I'm doing it correctly again today, in theory. So yes, it's I have a habit of not doing things correctly, don't I? You know, just like, it'll be fine, I'll go under. What? There's a 5 mile an hour current at Great Yarmouth with an ebbing tide. You know, that's no problems. I'll go up against that anyway. You know, oh, I'm only doing 1 mile an hour now, and I'm almost coming to a complete stop. That's no problems. I'll be. Yes, I don't know if it really sort of came out in video. What was that? I think that was Swan Radiance that happened, wasn't it? I don't think it really came out in video as such, but yes, it was a good lesson for me to always be mindful about that current at Great Yarmouth. You know, I mean, it flows quite fast down the Bure, but at Great Yarmouth it pinches, and oh my god, in full ebb it can race through there at a pace, a fierce pace sometimes, and if you're unprepared for it and try to cross up that river at the wrong time, you're in for a shock. you know. So yes, it was a bit sort of frightening at the time, you know. But yeah. But yeah, I got it out, and once I sort of moved up, you know, and sort of limped up, you know, and the river widened out a bit, it eased off a bit, you know, and eased off a wee bit more, and yeah, after that it was fine, you know, in the upper reaches. But it was definitely a lesson to learn to just be mindful of that current at Great Yarmouth. Yeah. Anyway, everything's going fine, and no problems to report, other than the fact that I'm sorry I didn't get much pretty stuff on the river shed this morning. But I'm approaching Breydon Ferry, so it's time to go and keep my wits about me to pass by the chains. Yes, as always, I'll keep you informed on the day's events. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers. Okay, just a little wee update. I am on Breydon Water. I am crossing there just now, and actually, no, it's okay. Yeah, I'm crossing Breydon Water just now. You can see I've got the wee sort of fleece on. It is getting a wee bit on the chilly side, by the way. Definitely, you know, especially in this massive expanse of water. And with the wind and the breeze, Breydon Water it's not rough. It's not a rough crossing, okay? But there's definitely a few waves about, and the boat's doing a wee bit of the old, you know, the the sort of the rocking on the swell, you know, that occurs. But it's lovely, it really is lovely, and everything is fine. And as I'm just approaching, there seems to be some guy who's going very, very close to the posts. He doesn't need to be that close to the posts. And if he keeps staying that close to the posts, he's going to find himself in a little bit of trouble, unless he's just got himself out of a little bit of trouble after. Anyway, never mind. Sorry. Yes, everything's going well. The crossing not quite as smooth as it was on Thursday. It's still a bit fun, you know. I mean, I know some people get a wee bit intimidated and scared by Breydon Water, you know. But honestly, you know, it's as long as you stay within the marker posts, you know, everything is fine, you know. And sometimes it can get a wee bit sort of choppy because it's quite an expansive water. You've obviously got currents and winds working as well, so you do. But all that really happens is you just get this sort of gentle sort of slight, at worst, rocking, you know. And depending on your boat, what happened is that instead of your boat sort of gliding through it, you know, the waves might crash against your boat and you can see all the spray and you think, oh my god, what's going on? I mean, I know what I was like the first time I encountered a choppy Breydon Water, you know. I was like, have I made a serious mistake here? Do I need to turn around? I'm going to be a nervous wreck. Am I going to start sinking? It doesn't happen, honestly, it doesn't happen. You're perfectly safe. Yeah, so you just sort of kick back, throw that throttle open and just enjoy it, you know. And there's something to, I mean, a flat Breydon Water is beautiful, it really is. But there's something to be said for a choppy one as well, because it's a bit of excitement, you know. You feel like you're actually, I mean, literally you feel like you're out in open water, but you're not, you're still perfectly safe, you know, and there's no danger, and it's just fantastic. So, and I think I'm about to hit a few crashes from some lake, and we're going to, now you see, I hardly felt that. I mean, I can see a wee bit of sort of spray, you know, out the side of the boat, but I actually hardly. Now, if I'd been in the forward steer cruisers that I have been in the past, you know, the waves would be battering against the boat and you'd hear this thud, 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 you know, and the waves would be splashing. Perfectly safe, naturally, of course. Yeah, I mean, this boat is actually just cutting through all these waves very nicely, actually, very, very nicely. And all that's happening on the bows, I'm just getting this wee sort of ever so gentle movement going on. So it's actually turning into a lovely wee crossing, despite it being a wee bit choppy and cold and breezy and dull and grey. Where did the sun go? You know, come back, sun, I forgive you. Honestly, you weren't that bad. But yes, anyway. So everything's going very well. There is no problems. Boat is I think I'm actually crossing. I've got here way too early, by the way. Probably about an hour too early, if I'm honest. So I am at low tide, but I think I'm going to have to fight the current at the River Bure, which is a bit, I mean, I could throttle back, I suppose I could just sort of mess around on Breydon Water for an hour, but nah, the current shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's actually currently low water. I was kind of hoping to get here for slack water, you know, that way, you know, the water's not sort of moving and there is no sort of final sort of current, if you like. But yeah, so I'm here a bit early ideally, you know, but low water's good. Low water means, you know, we'll pretty much, you know, we'll get maximum height under the bridges, not that I need height under the bridges, but we'll get maximum height under the bridges, everything will be fine, and we'll just fight the current of the river and to hell with it, you know, as long as it's not that bloody 6 mile an hour, 5 mile an hour current that I was talking about the earlier on this morning, you know. As long as it's not that, you know, we'll be fine. So yes, everything's going well. I'm actually enjoying my day, apart from the fact that it's got slightly, just a wee bit, you know. But maybe it'll warm up a wee bit once I get, once I leave Great Yarmouth and leave the sort of the coastal open water section of where I currently am. But yeah, so everything's going well. All's good. The boat is doing its wee rocky thing, and I'm loving it, you know, and I'm not sinking. That's the main thing. So yes, as always, I will keep you informed. And don't tell. That's no. Sorry, I'm just getting a wee bit distracted. Here. Is that somebody? I think somebody's going to run aground. How do you run aground on Breydon? I mean, you stay within the marker posts, you know? Oh no, he's not, is he? Hold on a wee second. I know that this is very bad filming, it really is, but... Oh no, he's not. I think he might be fishing. Okay, fair enough. But he just looked like he was like on the wrong side of the marker post, and it didn't look like he was moving. And I was like, okay. But he's not gonna come. I don't think he seems to be okay. Anyway, I'm babbling again, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. Right, everything's going well. I'm loving my crossing. I'm loving this wee sort of like movement that happens on a choppy Breydon. It really is actually quite fun. Yes, all is well, so I'll keep you informed. So until later, I've got something to update you with. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers!
could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream would never do. I'd still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what you're dreaming, wondering if it's me you're seeing. Then I kiss your eyes and thank God we're together. And I just wanna stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream would never do. I'd still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. And I don't wanna miss one smile, and I don't wanna miss one kiss. I just wanna be with you, right here with you, just like this. And I just wanna hold you close, I feel your heart so close to mine, and just stay here in this moment for all the rest of time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't wanna close my eyes, don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream would never do. I'd still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. But I still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, yeah. I don't wanna miss a thing.
Okay, just a wee update for you. I am now officially on the northern broads again. Oh yeah! And I gotta say that was an enjoyable crossing. Okay, not calm and not beautiful and serene and scenic, and you know, but fun. A lot of fun. Oh yeah. Also like to shout out to Contessa. I think they were, they'd been hoping to catch me yesterday, I believe it was. I forget your name offhand, I'm sorry, you know me, names, you know what I'm like. But I think if it's the one the person I'm thinking of, they were kind of thinking I was going to be heading north yesterday. And we're looking out for the Acle, because that's usually where I end up stopping, isn't it? And now that I've just said Acle, I'm actually thinking, Acle Bridge in, oh yeah! but yeah, they were looking out for me yesterday. Obviously I wasn't. They were heading south today. So yes, Contessa, saw you, gave you a wee wave. Thanks for the support, pal. Okay. I'll let you go and enjoy Breydon Water yourself now, because it's a wee bit on the bit breezy, but a lot of fun. So yes, so I am back on the Northern Broads and heading up the river. I still actually don't know where the hell I'm gonna go or what I'm doing. I have timed, I've actually made far better progress than I thought I was going to make. I had sort of timed it to get here about 10 to 12. That is what I kind of was looking to get, because that was when slack water was. But I ended up getting to Great Yarmouth half an hour early. Excuse me. So yes, it's approximately 11:25 at the moment. So there is a bit of an ebb flowing tide at the moment, and because it kind of narrows up at Great Yarmouth, we're sort of not making that fast a progress up the river. But you know, it doesn't really matter. You know, we got plenty of time. We got all day. You know, I mean, just kick back. It just gives you an opportunity to just enjoy a little bit more music. Talk to you, lovely people, for a wee bit more. You know. I'll tell you, after the short vlogs the last few days, you know, this one is going to be like a shock to the senses. You'll be going, enough, I can't handle it, he talks so much crap all the time, you'll just turn it off. I can't handle these 2-hour vlogs anymore, please, have mercy, Russell, have mercy. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, just what I was saying this morning, earlier on this morning, you know, I'm just a happy, positive sort of guy, you know. Anyway, what was I saying? I have no idea what I was saying. I was talking a lot of rubbish, I know that, but oh yes, I'm going up the River Bure against the current. I kind of had a, well, hope to have timed it. Got here a wee bit early. I could have messed around on Breydon for half an hour. You know, I could have throttled back and took a nice wee sedate, very slow, practically stopped crossing on Breydon. But you know what? I was just enjoying Breydon too much. I was just having a bit of fun, you know. And like I say, it's not very fast flowing. You know, I mean, it's pretty much half an hour before the slack water, so the current's not too bad. So just go with the flow and just enjoy yourself. But I don't know where I'm going to go. That's the only problem. I mean, I kind of know. I mean, I still don't know everywhere, you know. But I know enough to sort of navigate myself here and there. I know the rivers, the good spots, and all that, you know. But I still like to keep the map in front of me. Not for any particular reason, it's just handy for references more than anything else, you know. So I've been having a wee look at the map and just trying to figure things out, sort things out, you know, where am I going to go, what am I going to do, you know, what am I in the mood for, you know. It's, and I still haven't decided, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I'm not really one for eating on board the boat because I'm on holiday, you know, and you know, I just like to go out and I like to enjoy a nice meal and enjoy a few beers, you know. But I'm thinking after the last sort of few days, well, the last week actually, of constantly eating out and drinking out. Yeah, I could maybe do with a wee break from it tonight, I think, you know. Certainly my wallet could do with a wee break from it, because I've been hemorrhaging my holiday fund left, right and centre. I'm like, I don't care, well, I'll just have another pint, I'll just have another pint, I'll starter, I don't want to stop, I'll just have another starter. All I can say is, thank God I've not been having 3-course meals, because, oh gee, you know, the boat would be going along the river like that at this point, you know. We'll be doing a red October, you know, dive, we'll just be sinking and down. What was it, a Titanic? A Titanic or a red, ah well, you know what I mean. But yes, I would be an even bigger, expanding frontier than I already am. But anyway, so yes. I've still no idea what I'm doing. I'm obviously going to have to start having a look and a decide to get some ideas about what I want to do and where I want to go, and things, you know, just sort of have an idea for the rest of the week, because obviously I'm going to have to plan getting back up to the Horn in Wroxham area on roundabout Friday, or returning the boat on Saturday. So yeah, I'm still looking, still not decided, but I'm sure wherever I end up it'll be wonderful and great, you know. So yes, that's all for now. As always, I'll keep you updated with the progress and the events of the journey. It's nice to actually get a nice cruise again. I've been enjoying the short cruising days, and the sort of the restful days in the mooring, and just be wandering around and everything like that. Yeah, it's good to get a wee cruising day, so we'll see where we end up at the end of it. So yeah, so as always, I'll keep you informed, and so until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers.
Some things in life are bad, they can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps, just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Hey, always look on the bright side of life. Come on. Always look on the bright side of life. Life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. So always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, keep 'em laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Up. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Worst things happen at sea, you know. Always nothing. What you lost? Nothing.
Look on the right side of life.
Nothing will come from nothing, you know what I say? Cheer up, you old bugger. Come on, give us a grin. There you are. See? It's the end of the film. Incidentally, this record's available in the foyer.
Look on the right.
Some of us got to live as well, you know. Alright, it's a lot. Let's get this place locked down. And change this mantle within 3 weeks. What do you think pays for all this rubbish? Never make the money back, you know. I told him. I said to him, Bernie, I said, they'll never make that money back.
Okay, just a little wee update for you. I am still cruising up the River Bure. It is still a bit of a cloudy day, and it's definitely a bit breezy as well today. But it's still pleasant, you know. It's nice enough, you know. It's quite, it's not terribly cold. It's still quite mild, and I've still got the canopy open, although I pulled it over a wee bit because of the breeze. Yeah, and I was just having a think to myself actually that so far on this adventure, you know, I've been lucky. I mean, the weather's been glorious, it's been wonderful. It's a bit of a wet start, you know, here and there, but other than that, I mean, it's just not very heavy or anything like that. But it's the first time that I've actually had any sort of wind at all, you know. So I will probably have my first attempt at mooring in a sort of slightly windy, well, I mean, it's not windy, you know, but, you know, the potential, I'll say the potential for the wind to sort of drift the boat out, because so far it's just been easy. I just needed to deal with the current, and as long as I'm coming against the current, I just slot it very gently in the key heading, and I've got plenty of time. On a wind, you know, well, you've got to be a wee bit careful, but like I say, I think it's more like a stiff breeze than a wind, you know, so I don't think it'll be an issue, but it'll be interesting to see just how this boat handles in sort of in breezy conditions, I should say. Obviously, now that I'm in the Northern Broads, and I'm just saying this because around the corner, I now have to deal with sailboats. Oh joy. But that's okay, he's coming straight down, he's not doing any of this tacking thing across the river, so that'll be an easy pass, no problems. Which incidentally reminds me, actually, I don't think I've actually ever mentioned this, is that when it comes to, if you're out in the Northern Broads and you come across sailboats, the sailboats actually have right of way. If they're under sail, you know, using the wind, and they're tacking across the river, they have right of way. You have to give way to them. You know, that is river law, I believe. So if you see a sailboat tacking across the river, best to try and judge when you and them are going to get together. Wait till he comes across like in front of you, and then when he turns, then you sort of and when he starts moving his way, you then just slip in and around the side. But yeah, one boat, not a problem. Two boats, you have to be careful. If you encounter the river equivalent of hell and come across a whole flotilla of sailing boats under sail, that's a bit of a okay, that's going to be interesting. But yes, you have to remember that sailboats do have right of way on the river, because they obviously are using wind power, and you have a motor, so you can stop, back off, go where you want. You know, sailboats are governed by the wind. However, that being said, an interesting wee thing to note as well is that if a boat has got its engine on and it's motor sailing, that is then classed as a motorboat, and you have equal right of way on the river. So you don't need to give way to them because they should be they're using their engine. So it's a little something to remember when it comes to sailboats. But yes, if you encounter a sailboat, always give way to the sailboat, especially if it's doing that sort of tacking thing across the river. I've kind of preliminarily decided where I'm going to go, and I apologise in advance, because I'm thinking I'm going to stop at the Bridge Inn at Acle. I wasn't going to. I was going to keep on going up. I thought about Thurne. I thought about going further along and maybe mooring at St Bennett's tonight. But I don't know, I kind of sort of mentioned the Acle Bridge Inn earlier, didn't I? And it sort of got me thinking, I'm pretty sure I will enjoy visiting the Bridge Inn again, but I'm not entirely sure my belly is going to enjoy me visiting the Bridge Inn again. I said I was going to take time off and sort of not eat out anymore and eat some stuff on board the boat. I've still got so much stuff from the hamper sitting in the fridge, and I really should use it. Because I'm picking away at bits and pieces of it, and it's actually very, very tasty, you know, proper farm food from a farm shop, and very nice. But I've still got like sausages and eggs and bacon and tomatoes and mushrooms and that. So yeah, I should sort of stop over elsewhere, maybe do a wild mooring or something like that and eat on board. But I don't know, I mean, the Lion at Thurne, the Bridge Inn at Acle, both two very good places, you know. And I know I've been to some good places, but damn, it's hard to just go by these places, you know, when you get the opportunity to actually spend the night. And I do enjoy mooring at the Acle. I'm saying Acle, but I think what I might change my mind at the last minute. I'll have to wait and see. I might sort of decide, in fact, actually, here's what I'm going to decide, okay, right? At the moment, now, okay, this is what I'm going to decide. If there's space outside the Acle, I'll moor at Acle and go and visit the pub at Acle, because that way I can get access to the excellent Wi-Fi on the bridge, the moorings outside the Acle. I can still get their Wi-Fi on the moorings, you know, and it's such a good Wi-Fi. I mean, definitely. I mean, you just sort of connect up to it, you know, and that's it. You know, no logging in, no signing on, no sort of slow in and out sort of stuff that you get elsewhere. You know, just in, bing, dong, that's it, and you're away. And it's a fast internet Wi-Fi, and there's never any problems with it. And I quite like that, you know. I can mess around online, woohoo, on board the boat after the meal. So yeah, I might do that. If there's no spaces at the Bridge Inn at Acle, I could moor on the other side of the bridge at the free moorings and walk to the bridge. I could do that, but because I'm losing the Wi-Fi outside the bridge, I might just decide just to keep on motoring and go up to Thurne Dyke and visit the Lion, because I did have a great time at the Lion. I really did. It was fantastic. But I'm not really sure. I mean, the time is approaching 1 o'clock, so I've been on the go now for a fair number of hours already, and I don't know, it's maybe it might be time just to sort of chill and relax, or you know, moor up and just sort of relax for the rest of the day. I think maybe I don't know. This is what I'm sort of thinking, but you know what I'm like. You know, plans chop and change. You know, as I get closer, you know, I sort of suddenly go, You know, I did have an idea this morning when I left, but I wasn't really sure. Across Breydon Water, and I still really wasn't sure where I was wanting to go. And now that I'm kind of on the Bure and kind of been on the go for a wee while, I'm just thinking, well, you know, it might be nice just to sort of, I mean, by the time I get there, I'll probably be knocking on 2 o'clock or something like that, I would imagine. You know, mid-afternoon, you know, I think that might be good enough to sort of load up and relax for the day, have a shower, get changed, you know, freshen up, you know. So, yeah. I'm not really sure though, I'm not really sure. I'll just see how the day continues to go. It does feel good to be back in the north of Rivers though. I love the south, I love the north, you know, it's just, they're all very different from each other, you know. North is a bit different from the south. It's just this no man's land though, that I call it, you know, where there's not really much to see, you know. I mean, I could stick my head out the roof, and I have done that, and just being able to look over the reeds and the tall grass, and that's good, because, you know, I can actually get to see what's out and about across the fields, you know. And one good advantage about this boat. But I don't know, I mean, it's just like I'm talking rubbish. I'm talking rubbish. I think I'm needing a coffee. I've only had what, two coffees, I think I've had today. Needing a coffee. So yeah. Never mind the coffee, I think I'm needing the toilet. One of the drawbacks to solo helming is that you just don't easily have access to a coffee and toilets and what have you. Excuse me. But yeah, it's so you kind of have to be prepared before you set off, you know. But it's actually been good week cruise. Just a shame the sun's disappeared, you know, but I can't complain because it's been bloody gorgeous in the first half of it, but I've had such a wonderful time. So yes, anyway, that is where I am. I passed the Stracy Arms Mills just there, and I'm just approaching Stokesby, where I spent the evening in the very inn, you know. That was a nice mooring as well, actually. I really quite enjoyed that. So yeah, I would stop off at Stokesby, but I've been there already, so I'm not stopping there. I'm going to keep on going. I'm kind of hoping as well is that because the schools have the schools down in England have officially returned back now, today, that the northern rivers are now going to be a little bit quieter, you know, because obviously all families and all that are not going to be out and about on the river, so it'll just be people who don't have children and maybe still on holiday and what have you, just out and about enjoying the rivers. And so yes, I'm not what was I saying? Yes, so that was one reason why I went south, you know, quite quickly at the first half. After, you know, the schools were still on holiday. I took over a rock sim, and my God, what an eye-opener that was. It was chaotic, you know, with all the day boats and the hire boats, and everybody was just running around crazy. So yeah, it was good to get down south where it was quieter, you know, a lot more open and a lot fewer boats, and a lot more sensible boats, as you know, boating going on, you know. So yeah, but we'll wait and see. I obviously don't get into the proper northern broads until pretty much past past the Acle. That's when you really start getting properly into the northern broads. So yeah, anyway, that's the update so far. I'm thinking about Acle, I'm thinking about Thurne. I haven't made any firm decision. I'll just kind of wait and see how things go, and we'll take it from there. So as always, I'll keep you updated, and I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers. Okay, just a little wee update for you. I am not going to the Acle Bridge. Ah, that was such a shame. I was so looking forward to that as well. No, I should have guessed. I mean, it's knocking on 1:30 now, and it's lunchtime, and I've passed by the moorings outside the pub, and it was slightly annoying because if people had moored just a little bit better, you know, taking into sort of, you know, thinking about how they were mooring, just moved up a little bit more, like one more ring or back one ring, you know, you can easily go probably actually about another 3 boats in that space, but as it was, they were a bit spread out, and yeah, so I couldn't get in, and I couldn't get in at the 3 moorings either, because they weren't quite as bad, well, spacing wise, but I just missed those moorings, the spaces that were there. 3 boats had just pretty much arriving at the same time I did, making up, so I was like, oh well, you know. I could have hung around, I suppose, you know, floating around the river, you know, tooted the horn a few times, ask a few questions, if they're staying, if they're going, what they're doing, you know, that sort of thing. But, you know, just keep on going up the river. So, yeah, next, so it looks like that I'm going to head towards Thurne and the Lion. So I'm expecting to be a bit hungover tomorrow, quite possibly. If I go to the Lion, that's always very, very tempting. And as I discovered in April, if that bar manager is around, she's going to definitely tempt the hell out of me and get me drunk very easily and very quickly. So yeah, if I manage to get moored up at Thurne Dyke, I'm going to moor up there, and I'll just go for the Lion tonight, I think, and have a very, very good meal. And some nice. Actually, I don't know if I'll have beer or cider, because I had last time I had that whiskey cask cider. Oh man, I mean, it was beautiful, but it was way too drinkable, and it was below the top of your head of stuff, you know. But oh god, it was really, really nice, that whiskey cask cider. I think that was a special though, so I don't think they've got that on all the time. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Contingency plan, if plan B fails, is no idea at the moment. So I'm just going to go up there and see if I can even get in at Thurne, and we'll take it from there. Obviously the Lion, people are okay. Where did that come from? Definitely need a coffee. Sorry. Yeah, obviously everybody is starting to know about the Lion. Obviously they're starting to load up at Thurne Dyke and everything like that. So yeah, it's getting that's going to start getting quite busy. And you can moor either side of Thurne Dyke. This breeze is turning into a wind. maybe it's just because it's all open and flat here, and it's just like there's nothing stopping it. But Thurne Dyke is open and flat, so yeah, you can moor on both sides. But if I have to move on a crosswind, oh dear, I'll get it through. Edit that. Yeah, if I have to move it on a crosswind, that's going to be difficult, I think. But we'll wait and see. We'll see how things sort of pan out and what sort of happens. But yeah, basically contingency plan C. If plan B fails, is no idea. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. So anyway, but as always, I'll keep you informed on the movements of the day. So yeah, until later, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers. There is space at Thurne Dyke. Woohoo! Let's get it on!
Crackling rosy, get on board. We gonna ride till there ain't no more to go. Taking it slow. And Lord, don't you know, I'll have me a time with a poor man's lady, hitching on a twilight train. Ain't nothing here that I care to take along. Maybe a song to sing when I want. Don't need to say please to no man for a happy tune. Oh, I love my rosy child. You got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling rose, your store-bought woman, but you make me sing like a guitar humming. So hang on to me, girl, our song keeps running on. Play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. Crackling rose and make me smile. Girl, if it lasts for an hour, well, that's alright, 'cause we got all night to set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions, yeah. Oh, I love my rosy child. You got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling rose, your store-bought woman, but you make me sing like a guitar humming. So hang on to me, girl, our song keeps running on. Play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. Crackling rose and make me smile. Girl, if it lasts for an hour, well, that's alright, 'cause we got all night to set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba.
Okay, just a little wee update for you. I finally moored at long last. Oh, and even better, just as I'm mooring in, the sun has come out as well, and the skies are still a wee bit cloudy, but there's blue up there, and when the sun's out, it is lovely. The wind, and it's turned into a proper wind, not like a gale force wind or anything else, but it's definitely a wind. That's still going strong, so it's maybe not as warm as it should be. But yes, I am here at Thurne Dyke. I almost didn't. I was coming up the river there and I could see a lot of like large boats moored, and I thought, oh, it's full, it's full. And then I thought, well, do I really want to eat out, you know? I really should, I should just give it a miss for one night, just one night. But you know what? The hell with it. I'm on holiday, you know. I will worry about dieting and losing weight and all that sort of stuff, you know. I'll worry about the bank manager after the holiday as well, you know. But while I'm here, why not? Why not avail yourself of the delights and joys that everything there is to sample while on holiday on the Norfolk Broads. So yes, I have decided, I'm just pretty much a last minute thing, you know. Like I say, I was coming up, couldn't get in at Acle, and I thought, oh, Thurne Dyke, there we go. So I came up to Thurne Dyke. There is spaces both sides. The wind though is blowing this way, and like I say, it's quite it's a wind, you know. So what I've done is there's more spaces on the other bank, but me by myself in a crosswind. So what I've done is I've come down the dyke, I've turned by the little wee marina here, and there was space right at the end of it, and I thought, you know, rather than just sort of plutter on up to and moor between boats, space here, pop here, no problems, you know. Yeah, so that's where I am, and I'm perfectly positioned for an enjoyable evening. I've got, well, I don't really have anything, so if the wind keeps up I might be doing a wee bit of moving around, but I'm well secured on the mooring rings, basically. The ropes through the mooring rings and back on the cleat around the boat, and I don't need to worry about the tides so much here, as long as there's a little slack in the ropes. Tides here only really drop a couple of inches, unlike the feet that happens down in the Southern Broad, so don't need to worry too much about the tides. So yes, that is it. This is where I am, and it is delightful to be back here, and I'm really looking forward to going back to the Lion, because I really did enjoy my experience at the Lion last year. I got stuck here last year for 2 nights because the second day here we had like 40, 50 mile an hour winds, and I'm just by myself, you know, and I thought, you know, I ain't chancing it. There's just no danger. I'm going out there on the river by myself. Not so much because I couldn't leave the mooring, although it was incredibly difficult. Every boat that tried to leave their moorings were having major issues. And it wasn't because, you know, I didn't want to go out cruising in the wind, you know, because I'd quite happily done that. It was more, you know, what's it going to be like when I try to moor up, you know, where I try to moor up, you know, is the wind going to push me onto the bank, is it going to push me away from the bank? That speed of wind, very, very, very strong, and I'm just by myself, and I had visions of me jumping off the boat, grabbing the ropes, and the wind just taking the boat, you know, down the river without me. So yeah, I decided to stay here a second night just to be on the safe side, and the cans are blowing all over the place. That, like I did say it was a bit of a wind. So yes, so and obviously I was at the Lion for both nights, and they really did look after me very, very, very well. So I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So that is it. That is me. This is where I am. Am I going to finish the day here, or will I be back? Will there be I have no ideas. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm probably just going to go for a wee wander, and it's knocking on. Oh, it's actually about 2:20, so it's not too early to have a beer. In fact, it's probably just about beer o'clock. So yeah, I could go away, have a wee beer, get a wee bite to eat, and then back to the boat to chill and relax and try and figure out what's going to happen for the rest of the day. So yeah. So what I'll say is, as always, you know what I'm like. is that if this is the end of day 8, I'm sure it's days Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Aye, this is Tuesday, isn't it? Aye, this is Tuesday. Aye, so it is day 8. Day times and every dates and it's just a blur, you know, when you're on the Broads. It really is. You just lose track of all time. So yes, that's right, I should have returned the boat back this morning if I'd been here for a week. So wow, so I've still got a few more days yet. Poor soul. I feel sorry for you having to suffer me for yet more days. But yes, anyway, I'm not going to ramble on. So yes, if this is the end of day 8, it's been quite a long journey. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have, despite the slightly duller weather. It's been good. Cruise back north. It feels good to be back in the Northern Broads, and I've no idea what's going to happen for the rest of the adventure. But yes, if this is the end of day 8, and I hope you've enjoyed it, then please, you know, just please, in fact, no, please join me. There you go. Please join me for day 9 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 6. I'm sure we will go somewhere, anywhere, you know. The Broads are our background and we will play, you know, and lovely. So come, join me on day 9. Naturally, if I do pop back later, I'm quite sure you'll know about it, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go get myself on. I've got the kettle on because I need a coffee, so I'm gonna go away, get a coffee, get myself sorted, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. So yeah, I might see you later, but if not, I'll see you tomorrow at day 9. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now. Cheers. Good evening, YouTube. How are you doing? Alrighty. Right, how are we doing? Yeah. Okay. Let me just say that this is probably not a full-on dark side. This is sort of a dark side 0.5. Okay. Right. Because quite frankly, I'm no pissed enough. All right. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry, but I keep saying that I'm going to stop eating out and give my belly a rest and just sort of eat on board and just chill. But it never keeps happening. I keep on bloody eating out, you know, and I'm not giving my belly a rest. So needless to say that after good meals, I can't drink as much beer. I'm sorry, you know, so you're just going to have to deal with a little dark side this time. I am definitely a bit tipsy, but nowhere near. I'm a bit more coherent, you know, and a bit more sort of I'm a bit more I'm a bit more I can talk properly tonight. Yeah, well, I can talk properly tonight. I'm not entirely tongue-tied. Contemplative. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, hello, how are you doing? You okay? Right. I've got a couple things to say. So I'll start with the rant. Okay? It's only going to be a small rant, but it's going to be a rant. Right? Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the canopy, and I'm going to, hanging on to the handrails, I'm going to come round to the boat, the bow of the boat, because this is important. This is an important lesson. That some people may need to know. Okay? Right. When you're mooring, I'm not mooning, mooring, like strapping your boat to the side of a quay heading, okay? It is important to take note of your surroundings, i.e. the boats on the left and the boats on the right. There's plenty boats on the right and there's plenty boats on the left, okay? But what's important is that you also take into consideration other people who are moored on the dike, okay? I.e. if there's a boat on the right, should you moor as a boat on the left? Some dikes you can do that. Other dikes you get this situation. Now, do we see what the problem is? You know? Let me just point it out. We have Herbert Woods on the left. We have Royal Commander on the right. Royal Commander, he's been there all day. You know, I know that because he was there when I moored up. On the left, the Herbert Woods. Well, what can I say? There was a private boat there when I moored there. Okay, so the private boat's gone and he's moored there deliberately. Now look at the space between those two boats. I don't think I can get my 12-foot wide boat through that gap in the morning. Which means that at about 7 o'clock in the morning, someone is getting a chap on the door asking for his boat to be moved. I mean, really, if you're going to moor up, and this is the point if you're going to moor up, make sure there's a gap enough for the boats behind you to moor, you know, because if I want to leave at silly o'clock in the morning, I cannot get through that gap, you know. In fact, actually, since he's got his engine fired up, I'm almost tempted to go and chase him. I don't know. It just seems a bit inconsiderate, you know, not thinking, not planning, you know. All he had to do, and you want to know the worst of it, okay? Right, here's the worst of it. I'm going to take you out and actually show you, and I don't care if he actually sees me, but I'm going to spin you around again. There he is there, opposite Royal Commander. What's in front of him? Nothing. You know? He could have moved up there. That way I could have got by those two. You know? I mean, really, talk about inconsiderate and not thinking or planning ahead, you know? So unless he's planning on leaving first thing in the morning, he's getting a chap in the morning, definitely. Anyway, that's the rant over with. And I promise not to rant again. I just needed to make a point, because it was an important point to make actually, you know. If you're going to moor on narrow dikes, don't block people behind you. That's just like rude, you know. Yeah, so anyway, that's all done with, okay? What about the next thing? The next thing is the lion. Oh man, the lion. Oh, am I so glad I came to the lion, by the way? Well, I'm glad. My belly's not glad. My belly's screaming at me right now. I mean, the only reason I'm actually back here early is because I just couldn't take any more beer. And the worst of it is that I was sitting there waiting. I was trying to drag it the evening out as long as possible because I wanted a beer to finish, because the beer that was about to finish, was going to be replaced by strawberry milkshake IPA. I mean, really? Strawberry milkshake IPA? That would have been like awesome. You know, absolutely awesome to have tried. I mean, I don't like strawberry milkshake, but I'd like IPA, and I would love to have actually sampled that beer at the very least. But unfortunately, after a few pints in, and incredible dinner once again, even Rachel, the manager of the place, who happened to be on duty, couldn't tempt me to stay further. I might actually go back and have a couple more once I've sort of digested, but at the moment, no, I need to take a break. It's important I take a break, because that is, I'm too stuffed. I really am. I'm too stuffed. So yeah, what did I have? Well, once again, Rachel tried her damnedest. You know, I personally class her and have tagged her as the most dangerous woman on the Norfolk Broads, because she will give you a hangover tomorrow. You know, thankfully I got away with it. You know, I don't think she's gonna make me suffer too much. But yes, she tried her best. She really did. But all joking aside, she is actually a lovely person, you know. And if you're watching this, Rachel, you really are a lovely person. Just very, very dangerous. Now, I know I'm on my phone, but what I'm doing is actually important, because, right, I am doing this because I need this. This is this kind of state I'm in, right? Okay, where are we? Oh, there we are. Right. I'm doing this because I can't even remember half of this, and it kind of demands that is done properly, and it's been taken very, very badly. Crap. Right. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready? Right. For the starter, I'm going to get this right, so that's why I've got this here, okay? For the starter, right, I had New Zealand half-shell mussels baked with a tomato and garlic butter topped with breadcrumbs. That was my starter. And let me tell you, oh my God, they were fantastic. I mean, really, they were beautiful. You got about, I think it was 4 large mussels, obviously half shell, so they had the top of the shells off them, and then all the tomato sauce, the garlic butter, the breadcrumbs, they were all sprinkled over it, cooked, and served on a bed of lettuce, or rocket leaves, or green stuff, or whatever rabbits eat. And they were fantastic. I mean, absolutely, they were fantastic. I mean, I had mussels a wee while ago. I forget offhand exactly where, but it was the white wine and parsley. It was the new inn, the white wine and parsley, and I thought that was good. No. They were good, but they were never a patch on those things. Those were absolutely amazing. You know, you just sort of stuck half the shell and just sucked it all out in one. Oh man, it was unbelievably good. I mean, honestly, I'm not any gourmet expert on food, by the way. You know, not by any definition at all. But that was, it was beautiful. You know, it was a fantastic starter, and it wasn't actually that heavy. And it was just enough, you know. Absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed my starter. However, this is where we started running into problems, people. Okay, for the main course, and if you just bear with me just to bring this up. No. Oh, there we go. Right, for the main course, this is what we had. We had a crumbed pork chop, which was topped with onion chutney and a blue cheese crumb served with fries and coleslaw. And let me tell you this, I did not finish that at all. Okay, there was just no way I could eat that. no, I mean, now honestly I've got a picture of it, okay, but in talking with Rachel, she suggested that instead of the fries, okay, go for proper chips, i.e. essentially massive chunks of whole potato cut up and fried, skin and everything, you know, proper chips, you know. And you know something, I agree, I absolutely agree. I took her suggestion. I had the pork chops, and it came with the fries. So the chips, the proper chips, and I could not eat the chips. I had as many chips as I could with the coleslaw, and the coleslaw, oh man, the coleslaw, so creamy. You know, I mean, it was really, really creamy. Obviously homemade on the premises. But oh, it was just the guy, the chef, whoever he is, he knows what he's doing. You know, the only problem, the only problem I had was that it came with 2 pork chops, which were like mammoth size. You know, and I was like, oh my god, how the hell am I eating this? But it was really nice. It was absolutely fantastic. The 2 pork chops, the coleslaw, the salad, you know, I mean, I actually didn't want to leave the chips. I wanted to eat the chips, but it literally, I was actually literally getting to the point of agony, you know, by the time I was finishing, because I was really like forcing myself, you know, and I was drinking the beer, which basically I can't tell you about the beer except to say that I sampled them all. They've got this currently they've got one called the Battle of Britain on. It's a dark beer. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that. They've got a wherry, they've got an Inferno. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to try that milkshake one, but well, we'll wait and see. So yes, that was it was thoroughly good. They brought the dessert menu over, and I looked at it, and they so tempted me. I mean, Rachel again. Hello. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Rachel. By the way, if you're watching this, I know you've watched one or two of these things. I'm talking to you. The dangerous woman who comes on and keeps sort of tempting you with all this food and all this drink, you know. Oh my god, I could not have eaten any more, and yet she came over and she said, of course you want to look at the dessert menu. Doesn't matter if you don't order anything, you still want to look at it. I said, well, okay, well, I've still got half a pint, you're right, I'll take a wee look at it, you know. And she put it down, okay, and she said, right, okay, the cheesecake is mango and passion fruit, and I was like, you not nice woman, you. How dare you tell me that the cheesecake is mango and passion fruit? You know how tempting that makes it sound, you know? I can barely move, I'm going waddling out this pub and you're giving me the option of a mango and passion fruit cheesecake, you know? My god. Oh, thankfully I was able to say, no, any chance we can just sort of hold off, maybe wait half an hour, let the food digest a bit, you know, finish the pint and you'll see how we go from there. Well, what can I say, you know, I got out of there pretty quickly. I escaped their clutches of temptation. Oh, woe is me, it's so terrible the things I do but put myself through. But no, seriously, joking aside, I couldn't possibly have managed a dessert. The beer was too good, the food was too good. I was just too, you know, I should have come in here at the start of the adventure, and just sort of taken it from there, because that was, yeah, it really was fantastic, and it was really spot on. I mean, it truly is a fantastic establishment. Great staff, everybody's friendly, everybody's welcoming. The food, the beer, you know, and the prices are very, very reasonable. Very reasonable indeed. And I have to say that I know I keep disappearing to the standard sort of popular places, but just because I go to a popular place doesn't mean to say it's my favourite place. And I know where my favourite place is rapidly becoming. And it's the Lion at the Thurne, you know. You just get everything, and everything is just so spot on. I cannot give it, in fact I would actually go so far, now I've stopped doing this, okay, because this is not fair on other establishments, because other establishments, you know, do different things different ways, you know. So it's not fair that I did it, and I stopped doing it, but I'm going to do it for tonight, okay. I would give the Lion Inn at Thurne Dyke, I can't believe I'm going to say this, a 10 out of 10. Yep, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. You know, I could not fault it in any way. In fact, actually, if I wanted to be uber pernickety, I would give it a 9.8 out of 10 because it doesn't have Wi-Fi, and the network I'm on is a bit dodgy, and I couldn't get a stable signal in the pub, and it meant that scanning my Facebook, you know, or having or whatever, you know, was touch and go, you know. But hey, you know, it's a pub, you know. The one good thing about it was that I ended up got talking to a couple of other boaters. Oh no, now let me think. I can't remember your names. You're both on Richard's boat. One was Tobago, I think it was, or Trinidad. It was Trinidad on Thurne Dyke. The other one was a rear steer cruiser down on the free moorings further down the Bure. You know, I forget your names, I'm sorry. But you were here, I got chatting with you. There was another couple that recognised me, that came over. And oh shit. No, it's gone. It's gone. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your names. I apologise. I didn't really get a chance to have a good blether with you because you ended up having to go for dinner. And I'm sorry I wasn't there when you came back. I would love to have bought you a pint, but I just couldn't handle the gut expansion, and I really needed to loosen my trousers. And I can't do that in a pub. So I'm sorry I wasn't there. It was, however, you know who you are. You know who you are. And was it Samantha? Samantha was the wife? Was it? Oh, what was it? It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. I honestly, I'm sorry. I can't remember your names at the moment. My brain's a bit filled with alcohol. But it was great having a quick chat with you. Thank you for your kind words. I'm glad you enjoy these vlogs. And please, next time, just chat the door, or just come over and have a pint, and you know, just yeah. Yeah, it was actually great to meet you, and I'm sorry I wasn't there when you finished your dinner and came back out. But honestly, if you're feeling anything like I'm feeling right now, you totally understand what I'm talking about, because that was just like, oh, that was spot on, absolutely spot on. So yes, I went off on a tangent there. Hold on a second. Yep. See, sometimes it's worthwhile checking, you know, because sometimes, Russell Thompson, you babble a load of rubbish, and before you know it, your camera's going to cut out. But I've caught it in time. But yes, it really was good to meet you, and thanks very much for your kind words. Your names will come to me eventually. I'm sorry I can't remember them offhand, but yeah, next time, I promise next time we'll be around. Okay, we'll have a pint. But yes, in the meantime, I am going to go and well, I'm obviously not going to be leaving Thurne Dyke with bloody Herbert Wood's bad mooring. That's bad manners, that. But yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to go away. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to sort of sober up a bit, chill out, and relax for the rest of the evening. So yes, I can't think of anything else that I needed. I'm sure there was something else I had to say, but to tell you the truth, I can't think offhand. But yeah, the Thurne Dyke, the Lion Inn at Thurne really is something special, and it's, I mean, even Tiberius got a little bit too carried away with the beer, you know. He's sitting there in a bit of a huff because I dragged him out, you know. But yeah, even yeah, the Lion Inn, I would definitely give it a seriously strong 10 out of 10, because Wi-Fi aside, everything else is nigh on perfection, and the Wi-Fi might be slightly irritating when you've got a dodgy phone signal, you know, or from a dodgy network, but that's really not a bad thing, because it just means that you just chat to people, you know, you talk to people, you know, you lift your face out an iPad or away from a phone, which is a good thing, you know, so I'm not criticising them for that. So yeah, a seriously solid 10 out of 10. And you have to experience it. Simple as that. If you're down this end of the River Thurne, nip into Thurne Dyke, moor up, go visit it, spend a night, enjoy a beer, enjoy a cider, enjoy a gin for that matter, because they've got plenty of everything, and some of it is really weird stuff, but just works so bloody well. So yeah, go, enjoy. You won't be disappointed, ever. You know, just be careful of you know who, and otherwise you'll end up with a hangover in the morning. Because she's very good. She's fantastic. Yeah, definitely. Just a manager that cares about the business, cares about the customers, great banter with the customers, you know, and just really cares about the service and quality that the customers receive. So absolutely spot on, you know. Lion Inn. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about the Lion Inn. I'm going to go away, have a cup of coffee, try to sober up a bit, and see where the rest of the evening takes me, which probably means sitting, clutching my belly, going, "Oh, woe is me, my terrible belly," while watching a Stargate. So, until then, hope you've enjoyed today. It's been a long day, and I'm sorry if this is going to be a long video, but it has been a very good day. The wind's died down a bit. It's still quite mild, so I've no idea where I'm going to go, or even if I'm going to get out, because thanks to the Herbert Woods boat. But here's hoping that they leave quite early. And yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. So until tomorrow, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 9 of the Great Norfolk Broad Adventure 6. So until then, bye for now. Cheers. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take long, did it? Call this a Dark Side Point 5 Part 2. I just wanted to in some way publicly retract something I've just said earlier about the Herbert Woods boat in front of me. Yes, they moored badly. Yes, I can't get through that space, but I noticed their lights were on. I noticed they were in. So what I've done is I've gone over there, you know, I've given a wee chap on their window, and the bloke came out. I just apologised, said I'm sorry for interrupting, yeah, but I was just curious about what time you were planning on leaving the mooring, you know. And he said, where are you? I said, well, I'm the boat directly behind you. I said, oh, well, what time are you planning on leaving? Now, I said about between 8 and 9, about 8 and 9, because I'm in no rush, you know. Not that I've got some place to go, but he was fine, like, oh, no problems, you know, we're up usually about 7:30, you know, just when you're ready to go, just give it a wee chat and we'll move. And I was like, okay, no problems, you know. Well, I was just wanted to make sure, because obviously I can't squeeze between the two boats, and he was fine about it. He said, well, okay, well, no problems, well, we'll you just give me a wee chat when you're ready to go, we'll be up, you know, and we'll sort something out and we can get you on your way. And I said, no problems. And I just said, thanks very much for that. I'm sorry for interrupting your dinner. They were actually eating dinner. Sorry about that. But I just like just wanted to find out, you know, what your plans were. But it was very sort of yeah, sure. No, he was very sort of a bit apologetic, you know, and he was quite willing to be up and ready to move. Or I should say, he was willing to move when I was wanting to leave. So yeah, that is actually, despite what I said earlier about bad mooring, you know, and the fact that he's blocked me in. That's the way to do it, you know. I mean, you just sort of say, okay, well, I've blocked you in, I'm sorry about that, but when you're ready to move, we'll move, you know. Just give us a wee chat. And very decent, you know. And yeah, that's definitely the sort of polite way to do boating, especially on a narrow dike. So yeah, I just want to detract any sort of anything I may have said about him mooring badly. I still think he could have moored slightly better, but the fact that he was very sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Not complimentary, understanding, you know, about where he was moored, and the fact that he was willing to say, you know, just say, oh, it's no problem, you know, we'll move when you're ready to move, you know, or we'll get something sorted out. So yes, just a slight distraction. Still badly moored, but he's willing to sort of figure things out with me in the morning if I want to leave before he's ready to leave, you know. So yeah, and it was all very polite and sort of congenial. Is it congenial? Is the word I'm looking for? You know. So yeah. I just wanted to say that, you know, because obviously I said something, I had a wee bit of a rant when I first came back, but turns out he's actually quite a decent bloke, you know, and quite understanding, and yeah, so there you go. It just goes to show you that if you're going to moor a bit in an awkward situation, if you are sort of willing to come and go a wee bit with other boaters, you know, no hassle, no arguments, no sort of shouting or pissing each other off, you know. We're all here to enjoy ourselves and have some good time, and if we all work together, everybody gets exactly what they want. They get to moor, no problems, and they can stay there overnight and don't need to worry about moving the boat. and I get to leave in the morning when I want to if they're not ready to leave yet. So yeah, that's the way boating should be, you know. So yeah, I may have issues where he moored, but thumbs up to him for being a decent bloke. Absolutely, and being so understanding. So yeah, I publicly retract any thoughts I may have had about him when I first saw his mooring, because he actually turned out to be very understanding and sympathetic, you know, to the fact that I might want to move before he did. So yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to say that. Anyway, I'm gonna go away now. Okay, so. And I will see you at the start of day 9 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 6 tomorrow morning. So until then, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, I know I'm back, but it's important that you understand this, okay? This is for Hazel, Jenny, Susan, Dave, David, Ray, and a few other people that I can't remember offhand, okay? This is your fault, okay? And nobody else. You know who you are, whether I've mentioned you or not, okay? But this is your fault for this, okay? Everybody else, I strongly suggest you just push the stop button, put the video away, and never ever watch the end of this video, because you will never unsee what you're about to see. So just go on, that's it, just extend your finger, that's it, just extend the finger, push the button, there you go, right, and never ever watch this. Everybody else, and you know who I'm talking about, you know, you can watch this and it's your fault, you have nightmares for the rest of your life, okay? Right. Okay.
Should I